Can you develop almost PhD level understanding and ability in AI through self-study? If you commit a significant amount of time and effort, how far can you get on your own stream? My name is Ram and I work at the Ethereum Foundation on internal AI stuff. And this is my open learning journal towards achieving what I'm going to call the EXD. Now listen, it's not a PhD, let's not kid ourselves, but I'm hoping it'll be pretty deep nonetheless. So what is it? Unless you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, you know that we're at the dawn of a new computing stack. Mastery of this stack is going to require some deep, committed study. I mean, I work on AI stuff for my job, but I really don't feel like I'm going to really understand how this beast works unless I commit to something that feels kind of like a self-directed PhD. But not so hardcore where, I have a job, I have a life, I like my free time. So it's not going to be so hardcore, but it is hopefully going to be pretty intense. I'm going to do it in the open with you. I've called it the EXD, which we can pretend stands for Expert Diploma, but really I just think it sounds cool. And it's just a bit of fun that I want to have. Playing with stuff that I really, really am excited about. So that's what this is. How am I going to structure this self-study, this open journal? I'm thinking of reverse engineering LLMs, sort of. And the reason I'm doing that is because most programs start bottom up. So you learn about neurons and then you build up to a perceptron and you slowly build upwards towards more complex neural networks and the awesome stuff that we have started playing around with. And that's the thing, you need to wade through a lot before you get to play with the cool open source models that we are seeing today. I want to do it the other way around. I want to start with a cutting edge open source model and then sort of pop the hood and see how it all works inside. It's kind of like, getting hold of a supercar and popping the hood and seeing the engine or a jet engine and seeing all the bits inside and how they work. So the goal is to sort of peel this onion bit by bit downwards until we hit the GPU. Now, okay, this may not be the most efficient way of learning LLMs or the proper way, but listen, we're just messing around. This is a bit of fun. And I kind of want to use awesome stuff while I'm learning about them at the same time. So that's the plan. What am I going to do this on? Where is what's my workbench? I basically kind of spent money that I don't really have on a mini supercomputer. This is the Gigabyte AI Top Atom. It's basically Gigabyte's DGX Spark implementation. The architecture is called GB10, which is a Grace Blackwell SoC with native FP4 support. It actually has a petaflop of FP4 compute in a tiny little footprint, which is kind of cool. It has 128 gigs of unified RAM, so you can run a fairly decent sized model. It's meant to be an AI developer kit with a data center style GPU. So NVIDIA basically made this for developers who are building for data centers. So it's kind of like, a piece of big boy kit that I want to play with. All right, what's the thesis going to be? If this is kind of like a self-directed PhD, what's my thesis? What's the outcome? once I deeply understand how these beasts work, and here I'm referring to LLMs and VLMs and whatever comes next. Once I understand these things, the goal is simply to make something awesome and novel, something new. Maybe it will be useful, though I'm not binding myself to that. I can't promise that. But I definitely want to make something awesome. And hopefully I'll be able to get some group of knowledgeable people, maybe you guys, to review my work. I mean, if I want external validation, I'm going to have to somehow, submit myself to an examination. So I'm hoping to just do it with a group of knowledgeable peers. Maybe some academics will take pity on me and review my enthusiast output. And if this group finds it worthy, then they can then confer the EXD to my name. So that's sort of the plan. I don't know how this is going to work. We'll make it up as we go along. This is somewhat of a not too serious project. We want to do awesome things, but we also want to have fun. So let's see how this goes. Quick caveat, this is not meant to be a tutorial series. So if you're following along, and please do, I think this could be a lot of fun. I apologize in advance for not taking on the headroom of making it, the overhead, for not making it well-produced tutorial or course. That's not what I want to do here. I want this to be more of an open log of my learning. But of course, I'll share all my GitHub repo and all the materials that I use in the project. So you should easily be able to take this and do with it what you please. That's actually it. Next week, I'll take you through my setup. So see you guys then.